I'm stunned. So, I'd like to think that Sonic's 30th anniversary has gone pretty well, at least in terms of news. We got a new teaser for a brand new game, the Encyclopedia that's $70. More info on the TV show, which I'm still kinda skeptical about, but we'll see where that goes. Colors Ultimate, that's the big one. And the Sonic 30th Anniversary Symphony. Probably the thing people cared the least about. I'm sure a lot of you out there were interested. I just think that it kinda got overshadowed by Colors Ultimate and the new game, which I can't really blame people for, but me, being as big of a Sonic fan as I am, unfortunately, I was actually really hyped for this. Sonic music is such a mainstay in my life, like seriously, I listen to Sonic music like every day, so I was actually interested in what it had to offer. I cried. I cried throughout the whole fucking thing. The amount of genuine happiness that this presentation gave me cannot be understated. If you have not seen this thing, what the fuck are you? So let's talk about it. The show starts with a rendition of the Game Over jingle from Sonic 1, which I will say is a weird choice, but as a short intro, it actually works out quite well. The first proper song on the list is What Else? Green Hill Zone. Now I could just make a joke about how we're all tired of seeing and hearing this place. Haha, I said the funny Sonic YouTuber thing! But I'm not doing that. This is a damn nice rendition of the old Hill Zone though. It sounds fantastic. It's just so vibrant and full of energy. I'm glad it sounds as nice as it does. Not really much else to say other than it's solid. Next up is Starlight Zone, and this is also just so good. The more prominent use of piano and triangles just makes it sound so blissful. It then transitions into Marble Zone, which I actually didn't really expect them to do. I don't know, Marble Zone's theme isn't really the best song in my opinion, but they somehow turned it into this beautiful sounding piece that's actually pretty good. The same can be said for Labyrinth Zone, which just sounds so joyous and upbeat, it's great. Scrap Brain Zone even gets some love, going from an okay track in the original to this sweeping score that sounds more like an intense adventure than a final level, but then it kinda mellows out to be more whimsical. Even the special stages get their own rendition, we're pulling out everything here, and it also sounds pretty nice. The boss themes get their own spotlight too, with a less intimidating, more kinda peppy and adventurous feel to the level boss's theme, while the final boss's theme is a bit more intense and heavy. But that's not the end, oh no, Spring Yard Zone comes in out of nowhere with this damn nice jazzy feel to it. Then it kinda transitions to a more traditional sounding piece. With the take on the title screen music as a triumphant final piece, so does the Sonic 1 medley come to a close. What an introduction. Already you can see that these songs have a lot of love and care put into them, and it stands as a glimpse of what's to come. But hey, I know you don't want to sit here and listen to me go into excruciating detail about what makes these songs so great, as I think you should just listen to them on your own to see what they are truly like. So from here on out, I'll keep things more brief so things go a bit faster. Also, I would like to finish this video at some point, so here we go! Jumping into Sonic 2, we start with Wing Fortress Zone, another interesting choice, but like the Game Over jingle, it works great as an intro song. Next is Emerald Hill Zone, then Chemical Plant, the best one, and Casino Night Zone. Okay, so, a lot like Marble Zone, I'm not the biggest fan of this song. Don't get me wrong, I can 100% appreciate the work and effort that goes behind it. I just don't think it's for me. Finally wrapping up the Sonic 2 medley is the ending theme. Makes sense! And that's the Sonic 2 medley. I'd say it's pretty on par with the quality of the Sonic 1 medley, maybe slightly lesser so? You decide. I'm just gonna chalk that up to my opinion. Okay, this is actually really cool. There's an entire Game Gear medley. I definitely did not expect them to do something like that, but here it is. The songs represented here are Bridge Zone from Sonic 1, Underground Zone from Sonic 2, Rainy Savannah from Sonic Drift 2, Sunset Park from Triple Trouble, and then a song from Tails Adventure, which I couldn't figure out which one it was, but it sounds great, so whatever, it's fine. I think all these songs represent the Game Gear era of Sonic just fine. Definitely not as much of a spectacle as Sonic 1 or 2 proper, but still a great listen. Now we move on to Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That starts off with the title screen. Like you knew! This is the weird thing though. There are only 2 songs for Sonic 3, Angel Island Act 1 and Sky Sanctuary. I guess it makes sense because of how big Sonic 3 is and how many good songs there are. It just makes sense to pick 2 from each game, but I kinda wanted more, like Ice Cap or Flying Battery. Oh wait, It's probably because of licensing. Oh! With Sonic 3 coming to an end, we kick off Sonic Mania with a jazzy Studiopolis Act 1, a very calm and chilled Press Garden Zone, and Titanic Monarch. Okay. I mean, it's not like there are many other choices. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, I just have a bit of a bias because I think this zone fucking sucks, but the music is fine enough. Huh. I wasn't really blown away by Mania all that much. I'm not really sure why that is. Maybe it's just because I don't have as strong of a connection with these songs as the others, but I don't know why this one didn't do much for me. It's actually kind of indicative of my feelings towards Mania as a game. I'm not saying that is why I didn't enjoy it as much, I just thought I'd mention it. Moving on now, we're finally delving into the 3D Sonic era with Sonic R, or I guess you could say the Saturn era? I don't know, putting Sonic R and Jam in like the same group as something like Adventure is kinda unfitting in a weird way. I digress. As you may have expected, the songs featured in this medley are pretty obvious. Can You Feel the Sunshine, Supersonic Racing, but then comes this beautiful version of the gallery music from Sonic Jam. It gives this whole melody a distinctive atmosphere, it's so calming. Finishing off the Saturn medley is Sonic in Nights? I'm guessing that's what the song is called, I don't know. It's good, so whatever. Alright, now I know a lot of you have been waiting long enough for this part to come around, so here it is! Believe in Myself. You know, Tails theme? And why? Believe in Myself isn't a bad song by any means, in fact I think it's actually really good. But as the first song you play for Adventure, you decide to play this one?
I don't know where Sonic is!
I would have assumed, like, anything else. I guess it doesn't really matter all that much, considering it's still a great rendition of the song, but it's still just a really odd choice. But then we get to It Doesn't Matter. Remember how earlier in the video I was saying that I was crying throughout this whole thing? Yeah, this is when that started. There's something. I don't know what it is, but there's something about this particular moment, this particular song, that just moves me so much. It's just how faithful and beautiful it is. It's so similar yet so different to the original. And it brought back so many memories. Memories that I had never really cherished the way this song made me cherish them now. It might sound like I'm exaggerating here with my wording, but honest to God, if there was anything that could move me to tears, this would be it. However, I'm not gonna skip by the Adventure medley without addressing the elephant in the room here. They used Tails' theme and It Doesn't Matter to represent both Adventure 1 and 2. Seriously, there's no Adventure 2 medley, it just goes straight to 06 after that. Why? I get that it's kind of like the Sonic 3 and Knuckles situation, but here's the thing. It Doesn't Matter and Believe in Myself are both from Adventure 1. Yes, I know they're both also in Adventure 2, but they're just different versions. And Adventure 2 is way more important and iconic in terms of music compared to Sonic 3, and I'd like to think that a lot of you probably agree with me. I'm just so confused on why they just kinda glossed over Adventure 2, only showing a couple of cutscenes from the game. Speaking of not having a medley for Adventure 2, there's no Heroes or Shadow medley either. Now Shadow I can kinda understand, I can't really think of any songs that could be made into an orchestral piece off the top of my head, but I can for Heroes. Heroes has so many good songs, a lot of them too. You telling me they really couldn't have made a Heroes medley? Seaside Hill, Hang Castle, Bullet Station, Frog Forest, I can imagine all of those in a medley together and it would fit in great. I'm sorry, but just jumping from Adventure 2 all the way to 06 just feels like we're glossing over so much of Sonic's history. Now I know that Adventure 2, Heroes, and Shadow do get more of a spotlight during the Crush 40 part of this presentation, but I don't really think that that makes up for it, especially because... oh, we'll get to it. Jumping all the way over to 06 now, we have the Soliana Festival. It's just the music from the opening cutscene, but it still sounds really good even though it's short. A drastic turn now, we go to Crisis City, which seems to be the only song from this game that Sega seems to give one shit about. It's great nonetheless, but I kinda wish the trumpets held their notes instead of being harsh. It doesn't matter in the slightest, just a small nitpick. Following that is... My Destiny? Nobody fucking cares about you! Yeah, I don't like this song. Even in beautiful Sonic Orchestraville, yeah, no, this song doesn't do anything for me. So, '06 so far has kinda just been mediocre, but then they play His World and Solaris Phase 2 and I'm bawling like a bitch again, haha. Not only do they play both of these songs, but they combine the two directly into one by starting off with His World and then smoothly transitioning into Solaris Phase 2. Now that blew me away. These are tear-droppingly good. I probably sound like a broken record when it comes to the songs that I really like, but what's there else to say other than it's just a beautiful, faithful love letter to the original song. They just bring out so much passion and emotion to me in a very personal way. These songs matter to me so much, and to see them get so much love and attention is just really great to see. Solaris Phase 2 by itself can already make me emotional, but this? Nah. This broke me. From '06 we go to Unleashed. No storybook medley, huh? Okay, I guess I'm not too upset about that, although I really should be because I really do love those two games' soundtracks. I can definitely understand why they didn't do anything for these games, but I definitely would've. I guess I can throw together what I would imagine a storybook series medley to be like. I'll try to keep it as short as I can, but here's how I would do it. Skeleton Dome to start off. It's the most orchestral feeling song in the game, I feel like, and would translate okay into one. I don't know what you would do about the lyrics though, maybe just do an instrumental version without adding any extra instruments to include the vocals? I don't know. Unawakening Float, arguably the most well-known and best song in the game. I could see it as a realistic enough song in orchestra form, maybe use violins for the vocals, I think it would sound okay. Dinosaur Jungle, or Wicked Wild. I think this would be a wacky haha pick from left field kinda type song, and would sound pretty goofy with some loud-ass tubas or something. For Black Knight, there's honestly a lot of choices, but if I had to pick three, I'd choose the music from the opening cutscene as a starter, then Great Megalith, and ending with Fight the Knight. There's already an orchestrated version of Fight the Knight in the original game, so I think that would be an easy pick. There are honestly a lot of songs that you could swap out for these instead, like Deep Woods, Molten Mine, Camelot Castle, Shrouded Forest, The Cauldron. There are so many good songs that could work here. I originally wanted to have another left field pick and say Through the Fire, as I'm interested to see what it would sound like, but I think Great Megalith should be there to represent at least one level theme. With Me was another one I debated over, as it also could work, but I really think that song should have been performed during the Crush 40 part of the stream. More on that later. Finally getting to Unleashed now, we have the World Adventure. You know, the da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, it's good. Next is the Spagonia Hub World. Not what I was really expecting, but really nice and chilled out. Next is Rooftop Run. It's fine, I've just heard this song so many times before. But then they pull out the Shamar Hub World. Alright, thinking a little bit more outside the box, I like it. Holy shit, they played Arid Sands Night. I thought no one would ever acknowledge this song ever. Okay, that's actually awesome. Next we have... Yeah, that. Finally, we close with Supersonic vs. Dark Gaia, arguably one of the best songs from Unleashed. This is another one of those I'm gonna fucking cry songs, and this definitely does the original justice. I'd say out of all the medleys, this one is probably my favorite. I feel like the song choices are the best, the music itself is fantastic, and there's really not any bad things about it. It's just an awesome tribute to an awesome soundtrack and game. So yeah, Unleashed got treated right, thank God. Next up is Sonic Lost World! There's your usual inevitable Sega makes a really dumb decision moment. I'm sure a lot of you are waiting for that. At first I was about to start killing again because they skipped over colors, but then I thought about it a little bit more and realized they're probably saving colors for last, as Ultimate is only a couple months from releasing, and lo and behold, that's what they did. Okay, thank God we're saved. But we still gotta talk about Lost World first. Starting off, we have Wonder World, the main theme. Following that is Windy Hill Zone, and... Was this thing tailor-made for me or something? Okay, to be fair, this is kinda everyone's favorite song from this game, but when I heard the very first note of this, I started getting real happy. This is one of my favorite Sonic songs ever, and it's so damn good! I may not think Lost World's music is really anything special, bar a few exceptions, but they hit it out of the park with this. Wonderworld and Windy Hill are good to be sure, but their rendition of Sea Bottom Segway makes this medley. Is it really pronounced Segway? Are you serious? Hold on. Yeah, it is. Why? That's so fucking stupid. Alright, moving on from...
You see, I'm trying to record. I'm trying to record, but unfortunately, there's someone right outside my window who's fucking cutting the grass, and I can't fucking record anything!
Now we can get to colors, right? Okay, fine. Forces has 2 songs, Fist Bump and Infinite. That's it. Fist Bump is actually really good, but Infinite's theme? I think something like Aqua Road would have been a better choice, and speaking of Infinite's theme, it just sounds really weird. It's so surreal hearing this super edgy-ass song with edgy-ass lyrics getting an intense orchestral cover. I'm kinda curious what it would sound like if you overlaid the lyrics with the orchestrated version. Jesus. There's not really much else to say about the Forces medley other than it's just okay. It goes by super quick too. I wonder why that is. But now we make our way to the final medley of the Sonic Symphony, Sonic Colors. Remember back when I said that Unleash medley was my favorite? Yeah, well I'm gonna have to go back on that one and make it my second favorite because this is fucking incredible. Before I even get into why this is my favorite, let me first say that I am completely biased for both Colors as a game and the soundtrack. Look, it's the first Sonic game I ever played when I was really young. I've been a huge Sonic fan ever since. Give me a break. The main theme is first. Specifically, it's the version that plays during the ending credits, not the title screen version, which I actually think works better as a starter song. The original song was already orchestrated, so this one inevitably sounds similar, but it's far from bad. I think this rivals the original, it's so good! We then go to a very light rendition of Aquarium Park Act 1, and god, this is so magical sounding. The violins really add to the gentleness, it's really nice. Starlight Carnival, definitely not as active and busy as the original, but still sounds really great. The simplicity works really well here. Sweet Mountain is next, and yeah, this is fantastic. The super goofy ass tubas and trumpets make this probably my favorite out of all the level themes. Tropical Resort is up next, and this sounds really nice as well. It's more upbeat, which I actually really like, it sounds super good. Planet Whips swings in, sounding as beautiful as ever. This is another one that made me want to cry when I first heard it, and it's for good reason. It's so gentle and soft sounding, it's probably one of the best ones. Finally, we have a last reprise of the main theme, which is just so loud and booming. Fitting, as this is the triumphant end of the Sonic Colors medley and the Sonic 30th Anniversary Symphony. You might have noticed how quickly and brief I went through the Colors medley, and that's on purpose, as I plan to save a lot of what I have to say about the soundtrack for when Colors Ultimate finally releases later this year, as I plan on making a video on it when it finally does come out. But yeah, sorry if I didn't do any of these songs justice, I'm a bad writer. So that's it, right? We've reviewed the whole last symphony. It sure would be a shame if there was like another hour left in the stream chock full of more stuff to talk about. I am glad you asked. After the symphony ends, a 15-minute intermission plays, you know, so you can have time to go wipe off all the tears. But this isn't no ordinary intermission. A little ways through, we get a special greeting from Masato Takamura, the main composer for the music in both Sonic 1 and 2. He's also the leader of the band Dream Comes True. Those are the guys that did the Green Hill Zone music. How neat. He talks shortly about how he ended up working for Sega and how people are usually surprised when they find out he worked on Sonic's soundtrack. And by the way, can I just say that I love him trying to, like, do his best to speak English. It's like the most adorable thing ever, I love it. But that's not all Mr. Takamura has to say. He's here to make an announcement, actually, about a new rendition of Green Hill Zone.
My band, Dreams Come True, is going to drop the song as a new single. My music partner, Miwa Yoshida, has written new lyrics, and it is my honor for her to sing vocals in this new rendition.
How fucking cool is that? I think this will definitely do him some good considering most people don't know who he is. You know, give him a little bit more credit for working on such an iconic song. Good for him. I'm really glad he got to announce this here. I'm really excited to hear it. But now, with the intermission out of the way, we have a couple of performances from Tomoya Ohtani and his band up next, starting with an amazing cover of Reach for the Stars. This is another one of those indescribable feeling songs where everything just comes together in such a unique and beautiful way. It's pretty far out there in terms of taking creative liberties with the instrumentals, but I like it. In fact, I welcome it. And let me just say, Mr. Nishikawa, the guitarist, man, he plays guitar like nobody's business. This was another crier. Just seeing one of my favorite and most nostalgia-filled Sonic songs getting such a life-filled and energetic cover just makes me so happy. It's a feeling that I can't truly describe with words. Immediately following that is Speak With Your Heart. Like Reach for the Stars, this also just feels like so much love is being poured into it. The instrumentals are rich and pronounced, it sounds so nice to listen to. I think I still vastly prefer Reach for the Stars, as I just like that song more, but this is an amazing listen. Good job, Ohtani's band, you guys did fantastic. Thank you for giving the love and attention that these songs deserve. Now, I was already an emotional mess after these two songs because of how beautiful they are, but then... Holy shit. This was the moment where I realized that this presentation was more than just a presentation. It is a full love letter tribute to Sonic experience. I was for sure they'd end it after the Colors songs, but no. This is not celebrating Sonic's 30th anniversary. This is celebrating Sonic. This cover is amazing, obviously, and they got Nate Wants to Battle to do the vocals. Now that's super cool. And again, man, if I have to repeat myself, Nishikawa, dude, you are a fucking rad guitarist. While I don't want to undermine the other band members as they also contribute a lot to this cover, as in it wouldn't be good without all of them, but yeah, I love the guitar in this. It's incredible. Shut up, you're crying. After that amazing performance by Ohtani's band, we just have one part of the show left. The grand finale, if you will. The Crush 40 presentation. Yeah, so I've been hinting at this for a while, but, yeah, this is not great. At least in comparison to everything else. Now, before I get too negative, I guess we should just address everything that is here and then deconstruct it. That sounds fair, right? So up first we have Open Your Heart, then Sonic Heroes, Greenlight Ride, Sonic Boom, I Am, Night of the Wind, Escape from the City, and ending with Live and Learn. Now I know that sounds like a lot, but don't worry, I'm not going to talk about every song in detail. Instead, I'm just going to explain why this entire section in general just kinda falls flat, at least in my opinion. Now, to be fair, there are a good chunk of songs here, all of which I like. I love Crush 40, so don't think I'm coming from a place of hate. The first problem I have with a lot of these songs is their presentation. Jun Sonoe is performing on a stage with other musicians while Johnny is in the corner here pulling a reaction channel. My guess as to why they're not together is either because of COVID or they just couldn't make it happen, which would have been totally understandable had it not been for the overall performance of these songs. Now look, I'm not asking for a one-to-one recreation of the original tracks here, okay? But these just do not sound great. Johnny kinda looks and sounds like he's constantly out of breath, and I just don't think his singing is on point at all. Speaking of that, it kinda seems like all these songs were done in one take, like Johnny just set up a green screen and sang each song back to back. I wish I could describe it better, but all the songs just sound a little too off for my liking. They have this weird, unpleasant twang to them that just doesn't work at all in my opinion. I originally thought that maybe Sega approached Crush 40 at the last minute and they had to rush to put this whole thing together, but that can't be true since the Symphony got announced half a month before it came out, and even then in the Sonic Central stream, the previews they gave made it seem like they were already close to finishing or were already finished by the end of May. Going back to the "it feels like it was done in one take" thing, when Johnny sings Sonic Heroes, he sings the first part of the song, but then after that it just... abruptly ends and wraps up out of nowhere. No other song is like that. Man, you couldn't even sing the full version of all the songs? Maybe it was intentional, but that's a really weird choice. Also, I thought that What I'm Made Of would have been a way better choice, but whatever. So what's the deal then? Why does this feel so rushed? I don't know, it just does! Now, credit where credit is due, not every song in this performance is bad. I thought Live and Learn, Night of the Wind, and Green Light Ride were okay, but speaking of Live and Learn, the song is like a weird karaoke thing. Basically, Johnny sings most of the song, but he wants you to sing the Live and Learn part, because we all know how good Sonic fans are at singing. Need I remind you of the Sonic 25th livestream party? Part of me thinks that this was Johnny's idea. Like, Sega approaches him about doing the Crush 40 performance, and he's like, wait. Can we edit the song to where the audience can sing it? And Sega's like, why? So they can sing along. Now, Live and Learn is the last big send-off, and it is really powerful. The orchestra join in and combine with the rest of the musicians and create this beautiful instrumental version. The performance of the lyrics, in my opinion, is what killed it a little bit. It's still good, just a little hindered. None of these renditions I would call bad, just disappointing. Which sucks, because every other part of this presentation was so awesome. And then there's just this. I don't know what happened. I'm not mad at Johnny or June or anyone, since maybe there was some kind of underlying complications that made this the way it is, and if so, that's unfortunate. I wish these songs were better, but it doesn't spoil the whole bunch, oh god no. And yes, I am obligated to mention that City Escape has the orchestra, and Nathan comes in, and yes, it's incredible. It's probably the highlight of the whole Crush 40 performance, even though it's not really Crush 40. But with all of that aside, this symphony is hands down my favorite celebration of Sonic ever. And while it's not perfect, because this is Sonic, and nothing is ever perfect with Sonic, I'm so thankful to have gotten to experience this amazing presentation. Thank you. Thank you to the Philharmonic Orchestra for putting on a roller coaster of a presentation. You guys deserve so much praise. You guys killed it. Thank you to Mr. Takamura for blessing us with one of the most iconic themes in gaming that would come to be one of the refining representations of this franchise. Thank you to Tomoya Otani and his band for providing the amazing covers, and thank you to Nate for singing. Thank you to Crush 40. While you didn't have the best presentation in my opinion, I still love you and the music you have put out for this franchise, which has become some of the most rocking tunes this Blue Hedgehog has ever been a part of. And thank you to Sega and Sonic Team. Often you guys get more hate than love, but this has shown me that at least somewhere in your cold dead heart, you do genuinely care about this blue blur that me and so many other people have loved for years. Genuinely, thank you. Happy anniversary, Sonic. Here's to another 30 years. Hey there, thanks for watching. So, this video was rough, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm still fairly new to the whole making content thing, so I hope this video wasn't too unbearable for you to listen to. I mean, I'm assuming since you watched the whole thing, it was, I don't know, good enough? I guess that's the right word. I kinda just wanted to make this video because I just loved the Symphony so much, and I've been wanting to like make YouTube content for a while now, but I never really had like a concrete idea that I was like super passionate about to make a video out of, and this Symphony finally gave me the opportunity to do that, and I'm really glad it did, because it kind of opened my eyes to like, wow, I actually really like doing this type of stuff. So yeah, this probably isn't the last you'll see of me doing a video like this. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is entirely up to you. But, for a first attempt, I don't know, I think it's alright. I think it has problems, but, the editing software I was using is probably what, like, killed me the most, was just because it was so limited in what I could do. So, if I do end up making another YouTube video, it's definitely going to be on a more robust editing software and not using what is essentially slideshow and like slideshow editing. So, yeah, I genuinely hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys later.